going on, everyone? It's your boy Big D here, time to review The Strain Season 2 Episode 9 titled The Battle for Red Hook. This is a spoiler review. If you have not seen the episode, go to fx.com/The Strain, watch the full episode there, or download the FX Now app, I believe, or FX app, and watch The Strain from there, as always. So, it should take me less than 2 minutes to recap the episode, give you my pros and cons, and final score. Hopefully you guys are enjoying your September. I know the first week was a little bit bumpy. Hopefully you're enjoying Labor Day as well. And let's get right to it, shall we? Spoiler review. Don't forget, I said it before. Spoiler review. A-OK in my book. First off, I-Coursed or E-Coursed? I-Coursed, I guess, which is the E, but I-Coursed is, he pays this guy on the boat, like a captain, saying he needs to get to Red Hook tonight and everything, and he's going to bring 20 passengers, of course, like streak away and all that. So Kelly still feels pain, and there's a new intro for The Strain, guys. Like, out of all of a sudden there's a new intro, and it's awesome. It may be a tad too long, just a tad little long, but the intro itself is really, really well done, honestly. It has season 1 scenes and season 2 just painted there, and I love it. I think it's way better than just a Strain, so, hopefully that stays. Better stay. So they go see Justine, or Emph and Zach go see Justine in Red Hook. They kill the boat captain. They're in Red Hook now, and they end up like, Kelly, hey the man. And it's like, they already spoiled that in the promo, so it was kind of like, wow, I already know what's going to happen to that guy. So Dutch, Yvette goes and sees Dutch, and it's awkward, and Nikki's there, and it's just an awkward situation, and you feel awkward. You're supposed to be enjoying yourself, and it makes you feel weird in a way while watching it. And they step up the defenses because lights are out in Red Hook. Abe was like, you have to listen to me. The master is going to be attacking Red Hook. You need to have your defenses up. Who's this guy? I listened to him. So basically, the defenses are going up, and they end up attacking the first wave of Street Away Go, and they fight. And Justine is also having a gun, and she's shooting at it too. And Dutch and Nikki, they fight in their, not like fight like boom 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 Mr. and Mrs. Smith, but they fight in their apartment, and they end up kissing. It was, it's passionate, like, oh yeah, I wish you were dead and everything. Did you take my money? Oh, I didn't. What have you become? I don't know. Like, oh my gosh, Nikki and Dutch, you silly. There's people dying out there, and you're just there, just going at it, so whatever. Hundreds more are coming. They're lining up, and literally Justine is getting scared. She doesn't know what to do. She almost wants to back out and leave, but she doesn't say that. She has to stay and protect the people that she was sworn to protect. Emph and Co. are going to Emph and Co., like his group, are going to go turn on the power. Abe is going to get I-Coursed. He's like, I must finish this. I did my part. I told them about the defenses. You do your thing. I'm going to come with you. Very nice of you. And I lose myself. And that had Abe Satrakian. Anyway, Kelly sees Zach through the eyes of a... Through the eyes of what? I already forgot. Through the eyes of another street boy. And basically, I love how I-Coursed is like, go? I'll take the old man by myself. Does anyone notice that I-Coursed looked a little weird today? Like, he looked a little bit more paler, or a little bit more shinier, like a little bit more color. He looked different today in this episode. So basically, there's another attack, and the citizens are helping. Nikki saves Dutch, and the lights are back on. They get the lights on, and that special UAV light is on, the UV light, so all of them are burning. And I'm sorry, I'm getting a little bit back there. Lights are back on, so they're gonna fight. Emph shoots, before that, Fett is fighting Kelly, because Kelly goes and she sees Zach, and he ends up fighting her, and she ends up escaping. All the cops come in, and she escapes. It was really stupid, to be honest. I'll get to that in a second too. So Abe is there, and he's like, come out. It's time to finish this, I-Coursed. And then Emph shoots the gun. He had a shot. He did not know. Icorus did not know that Emph was there, and he missed. He missed 2 times, and then Abe is like, "Shall we begin?" And and literally, Icorus is like, "Ugh, I'm coming after you, Efren." Like, what? Like, you just pushed Abe on the floor like nothing. He was kind of like, "I'm ready to do this." Oh, like, what? How are you supposed to fight Abe if you're going to be knocked down that easy? Are you serious? Oh my gosh, either way. So it's a cat and mouse, and they shoot Icorus, and even they have a clear shot, and they suck at shooting in this show, man. And Icorus escapes for the 10th time in a freaking row this season. He escapes. So everyone's back together at the the gate where they're clearing up, and everyone's clapping because Justine does this this whole speech and everything on how this is going to be in the news, whatever, blah blah blah. They're doing that, and then it's kind of like, oh well, Icorus escaped. Nothing got accomplished. All they did was shoot people and negate Strigoi, and I just felt like like Fett. You know what? I think I'm going to do this on my own. Let's go. I'm laughing now, are you? I'm doing Tom Hardy impression there. Or my pinky. Alright, either way. Now the pros and cons, guys. How do I get into this without getting pummeled on? The pros. The action in here, it was good, but really, these cops, you have to be trained with a firearm. If you can't shoot ahead, a moving target, then you suck. People suck at shooting in this show, man. Abe sucks. Emph sucks. You're in front of him and you can't even shoot him. You had time and it's just in the shoulder. Shoot him in the head. Instead, I know he dodges, but not all the single time. Like, god damn, man. The action in here is entertaining at times. The intro, I love the intro, by the way. Like, I was literally pumped after the intro. I was like, this is pretty badass. Kelly in here, the woman who plays Kelly, I think she's awesome. I love the makeup effects and also all the Strigoi. That's a lot of Strigoi to go down. I love the whole effects of the practical effects and also the makeup effects and the effects of the CGI were all fine. Nothing wrong with that, and nothing to really bitch on about it. I think it was just well done. The whole Abe's motivation. I love how Abe was ready to go and fight Icorus, and then F had to mess it up. Do you guys agree? Like, F messed it up. He should have not have interfered, and Abe and Icorus could have fought, basically. And Icorus himself, dude, I love how they didn't show Palmer and Coco. They didn't show them, and they actually showed Icorus, and they showed him. They were more centered on him this episode. 823405. I know I did that wrong, but just, are you here? Is there anybody out there? A little Pink Floyd there. But either way, just, I mean, this is all Abe had to do. Abe had to just be like, it's the good weather. Did I get him? That's all you had to do. Literally. And now to the cons. Those were the pros. That was it. Now the cons. Nikki and Dutch. I don't mean to, crap on this show. And it's not a bad show. I love season 1. I bought the first season without even knowing what the hell most of the show was about. And I was happy I spent $30 on that DVD. But this episode itself, Nikki and Dutch, they're forcing this upon us. I don't care for Nikki anymore. And yes, a lot of people, and I agree too, that maybe she's working for Strigoi, the master or something. Maybe she's having the makeup on and she's a Strigoi and like she could just put her sex organs back in. I don't know. But literally, I don't care for Nikki and Dutch. I used to like Dutch when she was with Fett. And now she's away from Fett, and it's useless. She's a useless character when you think about it now. It's kind of like the whole action scene when Nikki and Dutch were fighting, when like everyone was like that camera and the action and everyone was like gladiator fighting. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. The camera was too shaky and you couldn't see the action as much because it was jumping from camera to camera, and it would just, I didn't like that directing for that action scene with Nikki and Dutch. And then Nikki saves Dutch, like no one dies. Icor's could have died. Anyone could have died, but no one dies. No one main character dies. Stop hiding that and kill someone. Shock us. Icor escaped again. And they made it look like they were gonna get him when he was jumping all slow-mo. 2 guys with guns shooting. You can't even get a headshot. Seriously. F sucks at shooting, by the way. And don't his elbow, shoulder hurts, you know. No, you suck at shooting, really. I mean, that was a waste of a rifle for one thing, but I think he'll get Palmer next week for sure. Dutch fighting, the directing, like I already said, and no one dies, and Fett taking on Kelly. I love Fett as much as the next person. Kevin Durant is awesome. He's a true badass. He's the Daryl Dixon of the show. But Fett, what was up with that in Kelly? What? You have this bar, this long not crowbar, but a big steel bar. You grabbed Kelly like this, when you could do this, or you could do this and decapitate her or hit her head hard, but you do this, you do that. Really? That's the number one thing they come, get him out of here. And then the cops come, trained cops, and they can't even get her. Boom, 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 like, oh my gosh. Are you stormtroopers? Literally, this is stormtroopers. I'm not saying the right gun, but literally it's kind of like, that's what stormtroopers do. Seriously, man. Did I get him? That's basically the pros and cons, really. I mean, let me tell you something. The Strain, Season 1, a super, super, super great show. And The Strain's a good show for Season 2 wise. It's good, but I have a feeling it's too late to be great as Season 1. Season 1 will still be better, in my eyes. This episode itself was disappointing. The Battle of Red Hook, really, it's just a gate and Strigoi running and just headshots. There's nothing really there there's nothing there, you know? It's really becoming disappointing, this show. And I'm not going to stop watching. I'm going to finish this season. And Season 3, I'll most likely watch Season 3. But either way, it doesn't have that horror element anymore. It doesn't have that scary vibe. It's losing itself. I'm going to give this episode a B-, but secondarily a C. It has good parts, but it's on the verge of it's just okay. It's an okay episode. Next week looks good, but last week I said this episode looked good also, so you never know how it turns out. It's becoming one of those generic writing dialogue shows. Everything Abe used to say was badass, and now Abe is just like someone wrote, right? Like, the writing is just ugh. Again, B-, secondarily a C, guys. I don't know what to think about this for the season so far. We're 9 episodes in. We only have like less than 4 episodes left. So it's just an okay episode. Comment down below and let me know what you think about The Strain. I honestly, it's not a great episode. No one can say this is a great episode. I think everyone will at least say it's good or okay. I don't think no one can say best episode of the season, because it's just not. It's not. Now, the show itself, it's not bad. It's a good show. It's just this episode alone. Pass, man. I'll just pass. Just pass. I'll see you all for the next one. Don't forget, link down below to all different playlists and all the shows I'm doing. Just check them out down below. Everything of links. And as well, I won't be reviewing The Strain next Sunday. It'll be next Monday. Next Monday, as always. I don't review it Sunday night. Next Monday is when I review it. Hope you all enjoyed. Tell me your pros and cons. Spock with you always.